Hi, it is day 38 of the 40 Gameful Days of Summer, and today I thought we could talk a little bit about surprise and delight, because those are such key elements to creating an engaging and memorable experience. And as we talked about previously, there are many places that you can get wonderful ideas that you can adapt to your learning situation. So today, to talk about surprise and delight, I thought we could talk about a few examples from hotels. Okay, because hotels have spent a lot of time mastering customer experience. Okay, we could just substitute the word learner for customer, and a lot of the same things will be applicable. So I want to give you a couple of examples. The first one comes from probably one of the hotels that's very well known for their customer service, and that's the Ritz-Carlton. And the hotel in my hometown of New Orleans does something so amazing that it always just blows me away. So every winter holiday season, they do the traditional thing that pretty much all hotels do. They put up decorations, they put up lights and trees and all sorts of festive things. But they have this little space, and it's sort of it's not technically a room, it's part of a walkway between the lobby area and the dining room, or one of the restaurant areas. And what they do is they transform this little room into a gingerbread house. And I mean literally, they put gingerbread on the walls. And so when you walk through there, and then they have little gingerbread displays, little like models of things that people have made out of gingerbread and things like that. But it's just this immersive experience that you are in the gingerbread and you can smell it, and it's just magical. It really is magical. And so that's something to think about. How can you employ more senses in the learning? You know, we focus a lot on the visual, we focus on the audio, and you know, all that, but are there ways that you can have the learners touch something, you know, or feel something, you know, smell, taste even? Years ago, when I was in high school, my Latin teacher would have a Roman banquet every year toward the end of the year, so that we could actually taste, you know, we could experience like we were at a Roman banquet, and we would have the olives and the different foods that, so anyway, you can bring some sensory elements into your learning. Think about that. And even if it's an online thing, you can encourage people to go and find that item, or go and, you know, locate something that has a certain texture. You can still direct people even if you don't physically have them in the room with you. So don't always think that just because you're, you know, virtual, that you are more limited than you are. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one comes from a hotel in St. Louis. It's called the Moonrise Hotel. And the whole hotel, as you might guess, has a space sort of theme. And there's all sorts of space memorabilia and little figurines and things all over the hotel. Very, very cool hotel, great service. And what was really cool there, though, is when you check in, the front desk clerk is not just, you know, an associate or, you know, hotel staff or whatever. They have titles like flight commander, or, you know, something like that. And then when you get to the room, there's you know, there's the telephone, and just like most of the telephones in hotels, they have like the signs on them with the different buttons to tell you, you know, press this button to get the front desk, something like that. So this one had a special button on it, and the tag on it said Manager of Desires, which was just so incredibly fun and memorable because it was different. And so it sparks that, you know, it sparks your brain to tingle a little bit with surprise and delight, because it was so friendly, and I was like, wow, that's, you know, that's different. So can you do things like that? Can you find some places to, as we talked about yesterday, you know, rebrand things or tag things with certain names, give them some personality, that sort of thing? And then the final one is another hotel, actually here in New York City where I am now. And when I checked into the room, when I got to the room, there was a message on the phone for me. And I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. The light's blinking, and who would be calling and whatever. And it was actually a personal message from the manager. And it was just a welcome message saying, it was pre-recorded. It wasn't, a live thing or anything. But it was okay, because it was like, wow, that's unique. And they took the time to, think to do this. And so it was just a welcome message. And, I've done similar things with certain courses. I had a very high visibility, high sort of risk course years ago. And it was part of it was a blended class, and so we did actually go around and meet people before the class and bring them a little token gift and things like that to welcome them into the class. And it makes a huge difference, setting that tone of, we're here for you, we want to help you, this is going to be fun, it's going to be different, because you do have to kind of warn people a little bit. They're so used to the same old that you do kind of almost have to warn them a little bit, like, hey, this is different. So, check it out. So just a few ideas, hopefully, to get you started. Let me know if any of these resonate for you. Let me know if you've tried anything like that to surprise and delight your learners. Love to share other people's ideas, not always just my ideas. So let me know what you've been up to. Leave some comments, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye.